Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I'm an alcoholic through and through. And today, by the grace of God, I can say I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I couldn't be more grateful. Last couple nights, I've been in some meetings, and I'm very fortunate, first of all. The meetings that I attend, I get to attend it with people, like-minded individuals, people who share a common problem that I do, and they also share the solution. And it's just great because, these people, I get to go to these meetings, and these people, they may not realize it, but they do. They lift me up. They encourage me whenever I need it most, just as I try to do for them. And so I'm just very fortunate. I was in a meeting a couple of nights ago, though, and I asked a question. It was a crosstalk meeting, by the way. So, crosstalk meetings, you're allowed to crosstalk, hence the name. I asked a question. I said, how many people in this room still think they are a worthless piece of shit? And for one of the few times in my life, I was absolutely speechless for about 10 seconds. I was absolutely speechless when I saw the number of people that raised their hands. And I was shocked. I truly didn't know what to say. I had to take a second, kind of process it. And I was just like, oh my God, how can this many people still think they're not worth something, still think that they're worthless pieces of shit? It flabbergasted me. It broke my heart, because I immediately flashed back to the way things were for me in early 2021, especially May, June, early July of 2021. I used to think I was the biggest piece of shit. I used to think that, when it came to shit piles, man, I was the biggest shit pile of all time. I used to think that I did a good job of hiding the fact I was a shit pile, right? And I, as I started thinking through it a little bit more, I realized, and I've shared this before too. I used to hang my self-value on self-worth on the opinions and thoughts and actions, or sometimes inactions, of other people. And the only time I ever hung my self-value and self-worth on me personally, was whenever I failed at doing something, whenever I failed to achieve a goal, whenever I failed to do something I'd set out to do. That was the only time I ever hung my self-value and self-worth on me, was my failures. Well, if I'm hanging my self-value and self-worth on my failures, no wonder I felt like a failure. No wonder I felt like a piece of shit. Again, I tried anything positive-wise. I always tried to hang on the opinions and actions of others. But the problem with that whole idea is the fact that other people, they're not worried about how Drew feels about Drew. They're worried about their jobs, their lives, their careers, their kids, their families, their responsibilities. They're not worried about how Drew feels about Drew. They're not thinking, gee, I wonder how Drew feels about Drew today. So they may not be doing certain things or saying certain things that I may have been hoping that they would say or do. And whenever they didn't say or do those things, I would start thinking, man, I just am an even bigger piece of shit. Not only with my own personal failures, but now what people think or say about me. Recovery is, I heard this a long time ago, and it's still true to me to this day. Recovery isn't about getting clean and sober and staying clean and sober. Recovery is about learning to love yourself, learning to determine your own self-value and your own self-worth, so you stop hurting yourself through, the use of substances, drugs, and alcohol. We hurt ourselves. I've said this 1,000 times too. I didn't hate myself because I was an alcoholic. I was an alcoholic because I hated myself, because I hung my self-worth on my own personal failures. I hung my self-worth on the thoughts and opinions of others. I didn't know how to love myself. And recovery taught me how to start learning to love myself, how to start learning to take care of who I am. Today, people can not like me. People can hate me. I know a few people that probably do hate me. And you know what? I wish them the best. I'll pray for them. I will, if they need a helping hand, I'll still be there to lend them a helping hand. I will do exactly what I feel called and led to do, which is to help everybody, regardless of my personal opinion. But they can hate me, and that's okay. Just because they hate me doesn't mean I have to automatically hate them. I don't. I've learned how to let that stuff go and not hold on to that stuff, right? Just because somebody doesn't do something for me doesn't mean I'm automatically going to be upset or angry at them. They're not thinking about how Drew feels about himself. See, fundamentally, at the root of it all now, I've learned how to hang my own self-value and self-worth on what I think about me. I see this a lot with folks working in health and fitness. People will get hung up with a number on a scale. In other words, they'll weigh themselves and they'll get so depressed, and they'll go, "Oh my God, I might as well just give up." I used to be the same way. I would hang my hat on my self-value and self-worth on the number I saw on a scale. I've said this 1,000 times in my life. I've done damn near everything I've ever set out to do, except being able to stop drinking on my own. That was the one thing I could not seem to figure out, how to stop drinking on my own. And that bothered the shit out of me. I would hang my hat on that failure of being able to stop, not being able to stop drinking. That was the one thing I could not seem to master. So I just hung my hat on that failure. At the end of the day, what this all boils down to is we get to decide who we think we are. We get to decide who we want to become every single day. Every day you wake up, you get to make a new decision. You get to have a start over. You get to have a do-over. You get to decide. Numbers on a scale doesn't define me. People's opinions, what they think of me, if they hate me and they don't like me, or they think my hair looks funny, or they think I run funny, whatever, that's fine. They're allowed to do that. That doesn't define what I think of myself. I get to decide what I think of myself. I get to decide, okay, I fucked up yesterday, but that was yesterday. Today, I'm going to try not to fuck up today. I get to make that decision. You get to make that decision day in and day out. Every day you wake up, you get to make that decision. Do I want to drink? Do I want to drug today? And if I do want to drink and drug, why? Is it because my self-value and self-worth has taken a hit? Again, the big book talks about how our drinking was just a symptom. The problem was up here. The drinking and the drugging masked the problem. That was a symptom of our actual problem up here. We get to work on this problem every single day. Sure, you might have fucked something up yesterday. Sure, you might have said something stupid, done something stupid yesterday. Doesn't mean you have to do it today. It doesn't mean you have to rewind and repeat. No, you get to start writing a whole new day. You get to start writing a whole new series of thoughts and ideas and concepts. You get to redefine who you are each and every single day. I had a great day yesterday. But you know what? That's yesterday. Today, I get to define and decide who I'm going to be today. Simple. Every day we're faced with that. And I want to encourage you today. You have the opportunity to define what you think of yourself today. Don't hang your goal or your dreams, your self-value and self-worth. Don't hang that on other people. Don't hang that on your failures. Don't hang it on anybody other than you, because you get to decide what you think of yourself today. You get to decide how you want to feel about yourself today. And I want to encourage you, you are worth it. You are incredibly worth it. I just got to get you to realize that. And hopefully, with you watching some of these videos, that just won't happen. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have an absolutely kick-ass Thursday. I almost forgot what day it was. I want to thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys keep me sober. Being able to come in and share with you guys every morning, it absolutely keeps me sober, and I could not be more appreciative. If you're local to the area, tomorrow night here in Huntington, West Virginia area, anyway, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, the Crosstalk meeting will be happening tomorrow night at Pea Ridge United Methodist Church tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I encourage you to come on down. If you've never been to a Crosstalk meeting, you're in for a treat. It's unlike any meeting you've ever been to in your life, I assure you. So once again, thank you guys for letting me come in and share with you. My family and I both truly appreciate it. We'll be talking again soon. Remember, guys, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.